Hello, welcome to the stream. So I believe last we left off, we just finished the hair. And off stream I just kind of got him sitting here in this little pose. It doesn't look so bad. Like I said, there's some things that I do want to adjust sometime in the future, but he's a little guy. He's just sitting there. He's there. Oh yeah, that's another thing too, is off stream I realized that I may have gotten the height wrong a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. Let me just go ahead and get my armature back. Let me just get him in the pose, the default pose. And then let me just come in here. So this is him. This is our little fella. And let me just go ahead and append from one of the backups here, the collection. This is how tall he was. Oh god. Oh, Twitch crashed. Damn. It's a shame. Damn shame. But yeah, no, this was our guy. Before I changed the height on him. He was a 6'2" tall lad. And yeah, so I'm glad I fixed that. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started here. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Just want to delete the thing that I just appended. Okay, there we go. This is our guy. This is our original guy. I also combined all the hair into one mesh so that it could be moved around, and it's also parented to the armature, so it can, you know, stay on the head as it moves around. I also off stream added stream closed captioner. I don't think it's working currently. Not yet. I did just wake up about an hour ago. So that's fun. But yeah, like I said, I don't think I got the extension enabled, but I'm not seeing anything so far. Maybe if I go to my actual channel, we'll be able to see something here. Give me just 1 second. I don't even know if it works on mobile either, so that's another thing. I don't know. This is a little experiment I wanted to try, and yeah, it's not working. I'll fiddle with that in just a second, or probably after the stream. Yeah, I know. Mario sad. True. So, oh yeah, and also I gave the shirt a little bit more texture. I kind of copied the pattern of like what a polo shirt looks like, and kind of put it on the model. I just kind of made this real quick in GIMP, and then just made it a bump map, and then just repeated it all over the shirt here. I don't know, I might change that in a sec, but yeah, that's what I got. Honestly, I don't know specifically what else to do. I was thinking maybe today we work on the colors a little more to get them looking a bit better. So for example, maybe like in the seams here, I can properly define like where the seams are by just painting a like white color that goes all the way across it, and then like black on either side to kind of give it more depth. But yeah, honestly, I'm not entirely sure how to go about this, but we're gonna try. So under shading here, I have, yeah, just the base color as just a solid flat red. I'm gonna go ahead and add an image texture. Go ahead and hit new on that. Let's make it double the default. I will call it shirt. Is that how you spell it? Shirt albedo? Something like that. Now, let's just go ahead and copy this so that we have that color saved, because I like that color. And then I'm just gonna come in here to the actual texture painting. And then I'm gonna come in here, this. And then just sort of paste it. And then just, there we go. Now we got the color back. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I was just kind of thinking maybe like something like that as we just kind of paint it. And then actually I'm gonna come into shading here and disconnect the normal map just so it's a flat thing without any texture to it, so that it's just gonna be a little bit easier to work with. I'm gonna get my reference up. Yeah, thanks, Cole. Appreciate it. You take care at that event there. In my reference here, I kind of got this polo shirt here. What I'm thinking is I could probably, along with the pattern that I got, I could probably add like a noise texture to kind of give some variation in the color here. It's not sarcasm. I'm genuinely, I'm genuinely wishing you good luck at that event. I don't know what. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that because I don't know where to start. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna do that, and then immediately I'm gonna multiply, or get my math node. Actually, no. I want color, mix color, and set this to multiply by this. There we go. That's better. And then we can just go ahead and plug this into the base color. Turn that factor all the way up. Yeah, we got nodes. These are nodes. We got the full node sandwich up in here. That's what it is. That's how we do. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're gonna be missing out. Anyway, I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe do something like that. It's a little bit strong right now, so I'm gonna just add a color ramp to kind of dial back the intensity of this a little bit. Maybe we'll do something, I don't know, something like that maybe. Yeah, I've been uploading the VODs on YouTube. Give me a sec. Let me get the channel up. I'm gonna copy and paste the channel link in the chat here. There it is. It's not a very easy URL to memorize. But that's the YouTube channel I've been posting all the VODs. I've just been kind of taking the VOD and just uploading it immediately immediately after I'm done streaming. So that's just kind of how I've been doing it. Let's see. Alrighty, how does that look? Actually, it don't look too bad. That don't look too bad already. Just to kind of give it some more of that texture in there. Now what if I add this back? How's that look? Because from far away, excuse me, far away you can't really notice it, but up close you could kind of see what it looks like. And again, I might want to change this this texture pattern a little bit. As a matter of fact, let me try this. Does that look better? Kinda. There's a little bit of stretching here. What about that? Oh, ugh. No, that's worse. That's way worse. Thinking I might go with this. Oh my, okay. There's some very serious stretching going on, especially over here. Maybe I'll just stick to using this. Yeah, that's better. The only problem is that you can clearly see a seam going down the middle here, and that's just because of the way I unwrapped it. But yeah, I mean, I'll worry about that. I should probably worry about that right now, because if I'm going to be texture painting, then that's going to be a problem. So, what if I were to do maybe something like this? So I'm just going to select that. Oops. Bounding box center, please. There we go. I'm just going to straighten all of these vertices out to make this a perfect square. And then I'm gonna select all that and then follow active quads. How does that look? I'm kind of scared. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work, especially because of this overlapping area right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and undo all that. And then I'll worry about that later. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Especially since I can't just make the... I mean, I could just make the whole thing red. Only because I'm a little bit worried because this is the long sleeve shirt here, which needs to be black. But I could just make the whole, honestly, I could just make the whole thing red. And then, there we go. Just kind of fill in this little area in here. And then, sort of fill in this little area. There we go. And then when I need to make these black, I can just make them black. There we go. Something a little bit like that. Okay, there we go. I suppose we could just stop delaying and just get started here. But I kind of want... Let me just get my reference up here real quick. You'll see chat, so that's good. I could see where the seam is. As a matter of fact, maybe let me take a darker color. And then just sort of come in here. And this is going to be a little bit difficult. I'm just going to try and get the whole thing here and then just kind of do my best. Maybe I want it just to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make a straight line. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me try another line. Let me try line 2, Electric Boogaloo. I mean, see, that's the idea, but right now that's not working. Maybe let me take the color I already had, brighter color, and then I'm just gonna make it slightly big and just... I'm just gonna line all the way down. I'm gonna do it in one quick stroke. And then just... Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I can adjust the sculpt where I have the seam in a bit. So like something like that. And then maybe it comes up and goes up here. Maybe like that. There we go. And then now I'll take my darker color. And then I'm just gonna come in real nice and close. And then just kind of go up with this darker color on either side here. And then we'll just kind of see what that looks like. I just want to make it so that it doesn't look like the articles of clothing look like plastic or clay. That's, I guess, sort of the idea. And my solution, I think, is just to make the color brighter and like give it realistic properties wherever I can. That's kind of where my tactic is going right now. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I paint on like where the shadows and highlights are, sorta. I mean, this is gonna look clearly drawn on once I'm done with it, like you can already tell. But I mean, I'm gonna keep going, and then when I zoom out, we'll see what it looks like together. Oh boy. Something like that, maybe. Alright, how does this look when I zoom it out? Not terrible. It only looks drawn on when you come in like even this close, which is the thing. Here, you know what? Maybe instead of the color, because I'm gonna just get rid of all this. I'm not very good at texturing, so just give me a sec. Maybe what I can do. Oh my god. They turned a car commercial into a song. I can't believe it. I'm gonna just come into sculpting here. And I'm probably just gonna work on this a little bit more. So like I will probably save it first and then give this another multi-res modifier, subdivision. And we're just gonna kind of keep going with like the folds of the shirt. We're just gonna kind of give it a little bit more depth, because after we did the sculpt the last time, it's kind of hard to see some of these lines here. I just kind of want to give them a little bit more depth. And then now that I increased the level of detail, now we should be able to get tighter looking seam lines. And instead of pushing them in, I'm thinking of actually pulling them out. So we'll just kind of, I don't know, do something like that maybe. I'm just kind of spitballing here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want this to look like clay too much. And as a matter of fact, once I'm done futzing around here, I'm gonna go ahead and add a, what's it called? I'm gonna add a what's it called? That's what I'm gonna add. I lost my train of thought. Gosh dang it. What am I gonna do? I don't know. When it comes back to me, I will let you know. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna take these like main folds here and just kind of make them a little bit more visible. Whoever that person was in chat that told me to use this mat cap for the cloth is actually, I really appreciate that advice, because this actually helps a lot to be able to, instead of it being, I mean, that makes sense really, instead of it being a like a glossy mat cap where you can see like specular information, you don't really need that. You just need like to know, like, well, they put it like to know like where the shadows land and the highlights instead of like a glossy sort of texture. And yeah, it really helps, because it's like you really want, when you're editing this kind of thing, a matte cap that like is similar to the type of texture that you're making anyway. So that was really good advice. It was really useful. I'm just gonna kind of make these creases a little bit more pronounced. Something like that. I don't know. Sure, why not? And then let's kind of do it a little bit more up here. Something like that, maybe. And then now, this shirt here is unbuttoned. So, I don't know. The only reference images I really have are of ones with the polo shirt buttoned. So I don't fully know how to do this. I mean, I suppose I could just grab one of my actual polo shirts. And just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry for mic noises. Sometimes the best references you need are the ones you have in real life. I have an actual polo shirt here. I'm just gonna unbutton it and kind of see what it looks like. So it does kind of go under itself a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe it's got to be like, I'm just going to turn off the X-symmetry here. And I'm thinking it starts like right here. We got to really pronounce this thing. I'm going to just up the strength a little bit here. And then it kind of goes across. And then up like that. I'm just gonna make that a little bit better. I'm also gonna just fold in that edge there a little bit. And then just, I'm not liking the way that there's just a seam there. It's a little ugly. And I'm also not liking the fact that this isn't cooperating with me. There we go. Something like that. And then this kind of comes up from here. And then I can bolden this edge a little bit more. Something like that. I'm not a fan of how these edges don't want to cooperate with me. Especially right here. Because that's going to be one of the most important edges of them all. I'm actually going to make this a little bit better too. So this has got to kind of come from over here maybe. So that this can kind of come down here like that. This can come across. And then this goes up like that. That's better. And then, let's see, what else does it do? It sort of stops where the collar starts. So I'm just gonna turn on the X symmetry again. Just kind of come up here and then just kind of do that. Just sort of give it the little indication there as it goes underneath the collar. And then we can bolden this edge a little bit more. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. There we go. That's the button part of the shirt there. I'm just gonna maybe make this a little better. And I feel like I've just made it worse. Nah, we're good. We're good. Now, doesn't matter so much that it's like physically sticking up like that, even though I might fix it a little bit. Only because we are going to bake this into a normal map. So this won't even be too much of a problem. It's also, God, camera, please cooperate with me. It's also a little bit bumpy. I'm just gonna smooth that down. I don't want that bumpiness to be baked. It's like I'm not really getting an even thickness here. Is that because of the multi-res? I don't know. Anyway, we got that going. Let's start working on these seams a little bit more. So instead of them being pushed in, I'm actually going to come in here again and just push them out. I'm actually going to save it and give this one more level of subdivision. There we go. Just so I can really get in there and get that nice detail. There we go. That's good. That's the kind of detail I want to see. There we go. Something like that, maybe. So I think what I'm gonna do to kind of get that color in there a little bit more is I'm also going to bake an AO map, which is, well, that's it. It's ambient occlusion, which basically means it'll bake into a texture where the shadows are when the mesh is like close to each other. So like it'll be kind of really shadowy under this area that I'm working on, and then white in areas where it's like fully open. So like there might be a little bit of shadows in between where the folds are, and you know, stuff like that. So just to give it a little bit more color, I might go ahead and do that here. That might take a while. I'm not sure if this is going to be a long stream. This might be a pretty short stream, and some of this I might want to. Oh, are we dropping frames? We're dropping some frames here. That's okay. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a very long stream. I think I just want to work on some of this detail stuff here, and then I gotta bake some textures, and that's gonna take a while, so. Yeah, something like that. That works. Now that I added in that extra detail, maybe I can push this out a little bit more. Maybe something like that. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just come in here, just kind of bolden this edge a little bit more on the collar. Maybe something like that. Not too much. Maybe I'll shrink this a little bit. Just to kind of give it that indication of sort of where the thickness is in the edge of the collar here. I don't know, something like that. Oh, really bumpy. I don't know why we're so bumpy. I'm just gonna come in here and just sort of smooth everything out here. I don't know, something like that. Now, hopefully, I don't think that bumpiness is gonna show up too much in the texture bake, but we'll see. See what happens. There we go. So now we gotta kind of have that seam down here at the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Gosh, why are we so bumpy? I do not understand. Is it just because it's like when I make strokes, it's like really laggy, or am I making the strokes too fast? I like making fast strokes so that my line ain't too shaky. But if that's causing bumpiness, I can slow my strokes a little bit. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do that. That's so weird. Alright, anyway. I suppose we'll just keep going here. There we go. That looks good. That's a good seam we made there. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of fix this because it's very bumpy. Especially in here, this area. There we go. Almost. Something like that. There we go. And then let's kind of come up here and just fix that a little. Just kind of slowing my strokes here so that it doesn't show up as bumpy. There we go. Beautiful. All right, we got some scenes going, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pants now. Now for the pants, I was thinking I'm gonna just hide that real quick because we also got to add in indications of like belt loops and stuff. So we just gotta go ahead and do that. And now that we upped the detail, well, we got up the detail of the pants now, I'm just gonna save it. I'm always saving now because I'm scared that Blender's gonna crash again like it did last time. I'm just gonna smooth this whole area out here. And then we'll get that indication back here in just a second. Yeah, I wanna, now that we have more detail, we can sort of define better where the pockets are and, you know, stuff like that. So I'll just go ahead and Bring the definition back here. Something like that, maybe. Okay. Where's my cargo pants? Right here. We just gotta add in the fly, and then just sort of get those belt loops in. We'll just go ahead and do that. And this is all gonna be baked into like a normal map. He's not actually gonna be wearing a belt or anything, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add a seam right down the middle. Oops. I want that to be like that. We'll just add a seam right down the middle. I'm gonna save it one more time. Give it one more level of subdivision. Give it a little bit more detail. That's better. That's more like it. Just gonna kind of sketch in a straight line here so I know exactly what I'm working with. And then use the smaller strokes, or the slower strokes really, to just go ahead and do that. There we go. Something like that. I'm just gonna do the same over here. If I forget, we'll just kind of come down here like that. Now what we can do, we can actually come in here and then continue the seam down the cuff here, because that's normally how seams work. There we go. And then just kind of bring this out a little more. Maybe like that. So what do I have to do next after this? I just want to make the shirt and pants texture and the shoes texture a bit more, I don't know, realistic, I suppose. Not clay-like, I guess. And I also want to give the hair actual texture. And I also might want to come in to the face and do some more detail sculpting on that. So like where the lips are, like I want to, oh yeah, I also want to give the character like eyebrows and eyelashes. So I'll probably do that here. Eyebrows, eyelashes, more detail sculpting, and make the clothes not look like clay is sort of the plan. And maybe I'll add that stuff to the old to-do list here in a sec. I'm just gonna turn off the X symmetry so I can give the indication of the fly. Maybe it comes down like this, and then kind of goes in like that. Something like that, maybe. And then turn on X symmetry again, and then just model in belt loops. Oh boy, we're not crashing, are we? Okay, we're good. I'm gonna save it. I'm scared. I'm gonna lose this progress. I'm actually gonna make a straight line that kind of goes all the way around here. Even into the pocket area here. And it comes all the way back here. There we go. Sort of thicken that line a little bit more. And it can come over here too, why not? So that's like sort of the belt line. And then now I'm gonna just make the brush a little bit bigger and then just kind of make some belt loops. Like that, not being too specific with it. Just not even giving like a specific thickness to them or anything. No specific spacing or anything. I'm just gonna come back here and just kind of do that. Just like that. And then maybe we'll just add one more. right here. There we go. We can add one more in the center here. Why not? There we go. Maybe it needs to be out a little bit more, like that. There we go. Got some belt loops. Very good. Very, very good. Now we don't really need to do much sculpting with the shoe as far as detail goes. The seams kind of make themselves, unless we really want to get in there. And you know what? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna just bring the shirt back. We can see what it all looks like all together. There's a little bit of clipping here, I'm noticing. It's a little weird. Okay, I'll fix that. Just sort of take this and just do that. There we go. That's better. And then maybe I'll come in the shoes here. And then what I'm seeing is little stitchings that go along where those bits are. So I'm just gonna I don't know. Oh, we really got to we don't even have a multi-res modifier on here. You know what? I might not just worry about it. I might just not worry about it. Excuse me. It's sniffling all day. So, I just want to see how everything looks. If I were to come into layout mode, and then let me just get that that color back. I just filling in all of that. Okay. So we got more of an indication here. That's good. That's very good. You can see that's sort of looking a bit better. You can still tell that there's like a very visible seam that goes down the middle here in terms of how this pattern's looking. What happens if I do this again? It gets very stretched, especially down there, so we're not going to do that. Excuse me. We're not going to do that. Now, these pants are looking pretty good too. You can clearly see the seam there. And the belt loops are kind of hidden by the shirt, but it's no big deal. That's no big deal at all. Now, let me see what happens if I turn on my scene and then go into rendered view. I don't know how this is going to look on the stream. It's not terrible. It's not so bad. I wonder if I kind of want to give the pockets a sort of lighter color on the pants, and sort of give the shoes different variations in color. So let me just turn off the scene here. I'm just gonna come into shading for the pants. Yeah, because that's just one flat color right there. I'm gonna add in a image texture. We're gonna hit, let's see, yeah, I called that shirt albedo. I'll call this pants albedo. Gonna copy this color here. Plug this in here. I'm into texture paint, and then just paste that color in there. And we'll just make it like that. And then let's grab a lighter color. Maybe something like that. And then I'm just gonna fill in where the pockets are. Maybe that's a bit too bright of a color. But let me just make it less saturated, but make it a little bit darker. How does that look? Not exactly what I had in mind. Maybe the saturation is a problem here. I'm just gonna get that color I had back. And then, I don't know, I guess sort of can boost the saturation a little bit, but then just, I don't know, maybe darken it? Let's see what that looks like. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, see, that's more along the lines of what I was looking for. Something like that, maybe. That looks good. Excuse me. And I was thinking we come in here and we just grab the color here for the brush, and then we come into where the cuffs are and we just go ahead and yeah. Then we'll just go ahead and paint the cuffs this color by just coming in here and just sort of doing it manually. Something like that. There we go. You can also see where the seam is sort of giving off a bit more of a darker color right here. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So just go ahead and do that. Beautiful, perfect. And then we'll just come in here and make more broader strokes. As we just kind of come around and just sort of paint this object how we want it. There we go, just like that. All right, now maybe we can just come in here and actually no, let's just keep doing it down here. Only because I'm a little bit nervous to go off the canvas there. Not that I really should be nervous, because it's not gonna matter that much, but like, I'm afraid if I paint over here and I'm just doing that, then I'll get color like on this pant leg and whatever. I just don't want to have to deal with all that. So I'll just keep doing it down here. And we're chugging a little bit. Oh boy, you alright? I'm gonna save it. Not that saving's really doing anything, because I'm editing an image texture. I'll have to actually save the image in order for it to save progress. So I'll do that in a bit. I also got to do the same thing. Actually, I don't think because the shirt's just a flat red right now. I don't even really need the image texture for the shirt, unless I want to edit it later. But the pants image texture I do want to save out, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good, actually. I like that. I'm just gonna save this as pants albedo. Beautiful. And yeah, it looks really good. I'm just gonna come into the shoes now. I'm just gonna select the shoes here. Yeah, that's got one flat color on it. Let me just add a texture. There we go. Alright. There we go. I think for the shoes, still have to apply the mirror modifier. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then we'll just sort of select this entire left shoe here and then just flip everything. So we'll just mirror X based on the 3D cursor, please. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. So now let's go and do the thing. There we go. I was thinking maybe for the sort of wing parts. Let me take a look at my reference here. What do I have exactly? Oh boy, excuse me, I'm sniffling. The wing parts are kind of the same color. I can make it a little brighter. So actually, I'm gonna bring this reference over here. Make the color just a little bit brighter. Sort of fill that in. Already looking pretty good. The tongue needs to be a bright color. So we'll just go ahead and let's actually make it really bright. Make it stand out. There we go. And then the toe of the shoe needs to be an even brighter color. Maybe something along those lines. There we go. And then the back of the shoe here needs to be the same color as the wings, or whatever it's called. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And then the sole of the shoe looks good. There we go. And then I'll just save this out. Choose albedo. Beautiful. There we go. Now he's got like actual good looking shoes there. I'm just gonna come into shading and maybe turn the roughness up a little bit more. Maybe 0.9 will do. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, yeah, that looks way better. That was a big problem of mine, is that the shoes were looking way too much like clay. We can't have that. So that looks really good. Now as far as the skin goes, I don't know if I want these color ramps to be driving the color of the skin. I was thinking maybe, what's the result of this? It's just a black and white image, and then this is driving the color of the skin texture. I was thinking actually we get rid of, I have this whole area up here is just dedicated to the lips. And then this whole area down here is just dedicated to the skin. I'm thinking I want to keep the sort of color that we got going on here for the skin, but I also want to be able to paint color in wherever I need. So for example, like down here we need like actual socks for the character. So I'd like want to paint in like white around this area. And then we can paint in the area for the lips here, as well as like we can paint in other facial details like sort of redness of the cheeks, sort of yellowishness in the forehead, sort of redness in the ears there. This gets down, maybe it gets a bit more darker. Then we can paint in, oh yeah, we need to paint in the top of the head as well to for the hair. But so far what we got ain't so bad. The shirt, I'm just going to keep the same multiply I'm not gonna save out the shirt albedo. I'm just gonna set this to this red color and then just probably get rid of that. And then I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna start probably baking out these textures. And I think this is where I might end the stream today. It's a bit of a shorter one today, but there's some more stuff that I want to do off stream that involves a lot of like baking and rendering and fine tuning, and I just don't know how long I'll be able to talk to myself today. So yeah, I'll just end the stream. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you, if I'm motivated, probably, I don't know, Saturday, or if I'm not, then maybe Monday. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thanks for watching, and whenever I decide to stream again, I will see you then. Take care.